Wondering how this new tax credit affects your business? You're going to want to keep watching. We're going to go over who's eligible, how much you get, and how the credit is paid. Which, by the way, if you haven't went to careserc.com to find out how much is owed to you, you're going to want to go there after this video. Okay, let's get started.
The eligibility is for private employers, including nonprofits, who had a trade or business in 2020 that had two different qualifications. They had to have had operations partially or fully suspended as a result of COVID-19, as well as experience a decline in gross receipts by more than 50% in a quarter compared to the same quarter in 2019. So basically, when you're looking at it, one of the quarters in this year had to be at least 50% below what their gross receipts were last year.
And by the way, that could happen at any time. That could have been first quarter, it could be second quarter, It could be third quarter, it doesn't matter.
Right. And again, at the time of this information, if you had taken PPP, you weren't eligible for this, but I do anticipate that to change. There's that big legislative push for that. The tax credit is a 50% tax credit for the first $10,000. Basically, the easiest way to look at this is if someone earned $10,000 in the time frame, then they get $5,000.
Yep.
Like it's a $5,000 per each employee. And that time frame that we're looking at is after March 12th and before January 1st, 2021. Pretty easy. Basically, who's going to count towards it? There's some information about above 100, below 100. Honestly, I'm not going to go into all of it because it's not really going to make an impact. When it boils down to it, our system's going to figure out what numbers the client can actually claim, but most of our employees can claim it on, our employers can claim it on all of their employees. It's a refundable credit that's applied against the employer's portion of payroll taxes. Ryan, do you want to touch on that at all before we move on?
Well, there's going to be two credits we look at. One of them is a payroll tax credit. The other one is a federal income tax credit. That's the great thing is that with this, we have several programs that when you look at the scope of us helping a client, when you're getting payroll tax deductions as well as federal income tax credits as well as federal income deductions, this is where we're able to max out the client in three different areas.
Exactly. I hope you guys just understood that. So because these various tax incentives are taken in different ways, the client gets this maximized benefit.
Well, there you go. To see how much of this maximized benefit you can get, go to careserc.com.